And in their last game against Charlotte,
they just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Now Winslow following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Johnson gets the bucket.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Here's Dellavedova after Joe Johnson's score. Picked by Mozgov, and on the way from Irving.
Come on, get in.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure you appreciate it.
They get the rebound. Here's Johnson, and the layup is good. Johnson's got 6.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
Fry, that's for 2. He got it up in time, but and LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down.
Well, when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. And dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Dellavedova and Smith are the guards. And it's Thompson in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
Now here's Wade after LeBron James's miss. Dang, that falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 6th assist on the night. The Cavaliers trail by 21. James has a 2-pointer. Another miss by James.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
Here's Smith, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Richardson. Then kicks to Bosch. Cans the shot from the wing. Bosch has got 7.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was 3rd most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
James, no good. The Heat leading by 21. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Bosch with another miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And LeBron James good for 3.
Miss.
LeBron's got his 2nd bucket.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
The Heat have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Wade kicks to Whiteside. Down low. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And stolen by Whiteside. Richardson the pass to Whiteside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And he gets it to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address. And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Dang, up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Now here's Dang. He had 15 points last outing. But they'll get another chance. Good D by Thompson.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
James with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Cleveland moving the ball around. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by LeBron.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Now here's Dragic. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. Whiteside, good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Dang. James outside. Shot to stop the drought. Good. LeBron's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Cleveland.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter. And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Thompson dishes to Smith. From deep 3-point range. James with another miss. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Dang. Releases. He feeds it to Whiteside. Now that is his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for James. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Then for the Heat, Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Luol Deng. Now here's Dragic. Mozgov with the steal.
Moscow.
Up the floor. Ball's knocked loose.
Oh,
it's
that's
stolen by Wade.
Shit.
Winslow kicks to Wade. Mozgov with the block. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Here's Johnson. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Johnson kicks to Stoudemire. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and fires. Cavaliers with the rebound. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Miami controlling the game. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Kicks it to Dragic. Again, the miss by the Heat. Cavaliers shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Smith, no luck. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Johnson, a wide open look, and that one comes up a bit short. The Cavaliers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. The shot's good from Irving.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Smith outside. The 3. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Dragic. Here's Wade.
Oh.
And it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Miami.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 assist. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got it.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Let's have a look at LeBron's stats. Still got 8 points.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Take a look at what Hassan Whiteside's done. He has 14 points and a steal.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. It's stolen by Dang. In transition, here comes Miami. Dang's got the ball.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
James has a 2-pointer. They get it again. Kicks it out to Love. LeBron with it. Wade picks him up. LeBron against Wade. Second chance shot. Bounces high off the rim and
Don't even trying to get him in.
And that's now 10 points for LeBron. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system, or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Bosch passes to Dragic. And it's Wade in the corner. Right side a screen. Left side Bosch. Lets it fly from 18. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And you know, with LeBron, he's played over 40,000 career minutes. He's played more than Larry Bird did his entire career. More than NBA Iron Man Andre Miller as well. And those miles take their toll. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Wing shot on the way. Thompson dishes to Irving. Smith kicks to James. James with another miss.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball here in the third quarter.
And for LeBron, last season, the longest injury absence of his career. I think he's smart to protect his body, though. If he can keep healthy, he can play for a long time at a very high level.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Bosch. This one for three, and he gets it to go. Bosch has got 14 points.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. And Miami also making a switch. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Misses from close range. For Cleveland, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Second is Hassan Whiteside.
He made it extremely tough for his opponents because he contested every shot and swatted away more than his fair share of.
Outside Dragic. Dang gets a wide open look. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Stoudemire's checked in. And Thompson sends it back. And now the Cavaliers. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 21 points per game last year. 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense. And that's always valuable coming off the bench.
And Cleveland making a change here. Price checked in. Winslow's checked in for Miami. Here's Richardson. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Irving passes to Fry. Irving dishes to Dellavedova. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. And Miami with a change here too. Johnson, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arm, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on D. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
And here's Fry for three, and that one's good.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Richardson kicks to Dragic. Left block shot on the way, and the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 8 points.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Irving passes to Shumpert. That's tipped.
Oh, no,
that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
It's stolen by Johnson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And it's blocked. And that's out of...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball. And I feel like...
What do you think I'm saying, computer?
There's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
That's good. And that's now 7 points here for Justice Winslow. Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Here's Fry. Dishes to Mozgov. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And the Heat call time here. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are two rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Far up.
.141 left in the third. Johnson the screen. Outside Dragic. Kicks it out to Johnson. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 7th assist in the game. Now Cleveland shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one.
Come on.
Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Kevin, I've got a chance now to look at where the Cavaliers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in three-point shooting, 8th in scoring, and they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
And talking about their three-point percentage, really a hallmark, I think, of successful offenses in today's NBA. And they use that shot to a devastating effect all season long.
Smith checked in for Kyrie Irving. The Heat also with a sub. Wade's checked in.
Come on, you what? I think they're
rebound
like...
differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
A clear look for Johnson. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Johnson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Fry dishes to Shumpert to stop the run. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And both free throws good for Shumpert.